What up? Today we're talking about a company called SwitchBot. They make smart home devices and home security devices, and that's what we're all about. I think SwitchBot's got a lot of people excited. The influencers excited, YouTubers excited. They're sending out their product, getting people to test it. And I love a company that's passionate about their stuff. So that's cool. But today, on the smart home and home security side, we're going to talk about some of their devices and are they worth the hype. Let's get started. What up, everybody? It's George Langabeer with SilverHammer Surveillance. Here on the channel, we talk smart home tech, we talk home security, we have videos every Tuesday. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep the support coming. We very much appreciate having you here. Follow me on Instagram at SilverHammer Surveillance. Give you a little more insight into myself, and then also some behind the scenes stuff with SilverHammer Surveillance, so follow us there. Today, we're talking about SwitchBot. SwitchBot is a company that makes some smart home products, also some home security products, which is why I'm interested. But they make a ton of different options and a plethora of devices, probably most known for their curtain bot, which opens and closes your curtains, but they're starting to branch out, which is very exciting. Also very exciting is they're starting to branch out into Apple Home, formerly Apple HomeKit. They have a smart plug that now is HomeKit compatible, and then they're promising compatibility with a lot of their other products coming soon. So that's very exciting, and that's one of the reasons I accepted SwitchBot's invite to send me some stuff. Speaking of somebody sending me stuff to try out and test, those couple of subscribers that abandoned us because they said I sold out because all of a sudden I'm testing product that's sent to me for free. Number one, I'm pretty sure that's how YouTube works, like I said in our last video. But number two, if you think everything's going to be rainbows and butterflies because the company sent this to me, you're wrong. And this is probably the video for you because I'm sorry, SwitchBot. There are some pros here, but there are some big time cons, and we're going to get into that in a second. But yeah, this wasn't all good. So let's get started with the lock. We got the smart lock, which I was very excited about because I'm a renter here. And when you're a renter, you don't want to switch out too much hardware in your place. And that's what's so cool about SwitchBot's lock. You don't have to replace any hardware. This just slides right on the latch of your existing deadbolt, and then you use their latch instead. And that's awesome. Now, aesthetically, might be a con because this is a big daddy. And I don't know how many people aesthetically want this on their lock. But if you don't care about that, this is a great option to make your lock smart. What does that mean? It means that you can control it remotely with your phone. You can set up auto lock, so when you leave, it'll automatically lock so you don't have to worry about leaving your door unlocked. You've got a keypad option, so when you walk up to your door, you can just put in your code and enter. SwitchBot's very cool in that they use NFC, so they give you a little card, looks like a little credit card. Put the NFC over there, unlocks your door. You got these little NFC pads that you can put all over the place, and you can use these for a lot of their products, not just their lock, but it's awesome for the lock. And you can get a 3-pack of these for $6.99 with their little NFC cards. And then that card I was talking about that looks like a credit card, that came with this. You got a little remote control, and now you can also use this for a lot of their products. I put this where I sit and watch TV. I can just press the button and let somebody in. My daughter is now our neighbor, so she's over here all the time, so now I can just hit that button and let her in. Very cool. But it makes it smart. So what do I like about it? What don't I like about it? Now, I love the fact that it just it just goes over your existing hardware. You don't have to replace anything. I don't like the aesthetics. I love that it has the auto lock feature. I don't like that it doesn't have the auto unlock feature when you're walking up to it. Like Level and the August lock, Bluetooth connectivity. When you're walking up to it, they automatically unlock. This does not have that. But it does make up for it with that NFC. So if you got the NFC card in your pocket, just put it up there and it'll let you in, or you can just put your code. So I love the keypad. I love how well it's made, but I will tell you that out of the box, the adhesive that came with this did not hold this lock on our door. Now, I followed all of the instructions. SwitchBot will tell you to clean off the door surface and all that, and I did that, and this kept falling. That's bad for two reasons. Number one, it's not gonna work if it's on the ground, and number two, it could break eventually. Now, luckily this didn't break, and then I went and got my own Gorilla Tape, and this is a shout out to Gorilla Tape because it holds up anything. Once I put that on there, this worked fantastic. So much so that when I took this off to show it to you right now, I ripped the paint off my door, but that's Gorilla Tape's fault, not SwitchBot's. But you might want to think about getting some better tape for this. On the flip side of this, I found that their adhesive for their keypad worked very well. So this stayed up on the outside of my door very well. Both of these are very well made. This particularly feels like a very premium product. Now these are $139.99 if you buy both of them together, which is a great price for a smart lock. When you think about how much level locks or August locks are, this is a very affordable option. So you got to give them the plus there, but you just want to make sure that you've got the adhesive, because it doesn't matter how much it costs or how little it costs. If it's not going to stay on, that's the problem. But I love the flexibility. I love this little remote control. I love the NFC options. I just wish it had that geofencing capability to when you're walking up to it, it auto unlocked, but it really has every other feature you want in a smart lock, which is cool. So some pluses, some minuses, but a great entry-level lock for $139.99. It's worth a shot, especially if you're a renter like us. All right, let's move on to some cameras. We've got their pan tilt camera. We've got their regular indoor camera. Now, this is where it gets a little iffy for me, and this is where it gets very unfortunate. Now, I tested this I'm a normal homeowner and not a security guy that's caught crooks with cameras for 20 years. So when I look at this, I look at it like most of our viewers would look at it. How's it work for your typical average homeowner? And I gotta say, disqualified. Nope, not gonna happen. Great in concept. Now this camera is only $40. And when you look at some of the cheap pan tilt cameras like the Wifi pan tilt, now that's pretty inexpensive too, but I gotta say Wifi blows this away. So the price is great, but you get what you pay for with surveillance. This camera, $29.99. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't even tell you about this camera because I couldn't get it set up. Now I'm a guy that set up every camera known to man, and I try to do this as a normal homeowner. Like I said, I'm not gonna reach out to SwitchBot 20 times, but I looked at every FAQ on what I might be doing wrong. This is 2.4 gigahertz, but here in our loft, we have gigabit internet. We have the best internet you can buy. We have the best router you can buy. It was not my internet, but this thing would not connect. So I can't review it, other than the quality. It's pretty well made for 30 bucks. It's not the greatest camera in the world. It's not vandal proof, but it's just a little indoor camera that you could put everywhere. And that's what SwitchBot is marketing this to. One thing I will say about all of this is it really makes me realize how much I miss HomeKit compatibility, Apple Home compatibility, even back on the lock. I mean, the reason this is here right now is because I went back to my August only because I missed my HomeKit compatibility. So, but same here. If this was HomeKit Secure Video, maybe, and I could get it set up, maybe I could overlook some things. But the fact that I can't even get this set up, big time. Sorry, SwitchBot. This one took me 2 tries to get set up. Once I did, I don't know. The app interface is horrible. I could see when I was trying to control the pan tilt, I could see this camera moving, but it wasn't moving in the app. It was very delayed. And like I said, gigabit internet, best router you can buy. The actual functionality of the app was very buggy and slow. I don't know what was going on, but it just wasn't working very well. You can take still pictures and video clips, which is great. But, and then it's got the timeline of all your events. It does have motion tracking. So like I said, I could see it following me, but when I looked in the app, I couldn't see it following me to match that. It was very delayed. The audio was delayed. So it's got two-way audio. But when I spoke through it, the microphone and the speaker were decent, but very delayed. And again, it's not an internet problem. And this is an apartment. So it's not like I was trying to go too far away from my router. So build quality is all right. And by the way, both of these cameras have SD card recording, and then they do have a cloud storage option. So SwitchBot's heart is in the right place. And maybe I just had a bad experience with 2 cameras, and I very much appreciate them sending this to me, but yeah, on the cameras, not up to my standards. And I'm sorry, with surveillance, you just get what you pay for. Now, Wifi is the one example where you can get some pretty affordable stuff that works well. But for the most part, when you're buying a $30 camera or $40 camera, you're gonna expect some issues, but these issues were out of bounds. Anyway, all right, let's just talk about some specs for the camera just for the sake of argument. We got pan tilt. We got a privacy mode, which is cool. So the camera will fold into itself so you can't see. And then that way you know when you're sitting at home, somebody's not watching you because it folds up. You know, a lot of other cameras have that too, but it's great that SwitchBot offers that. You got the motion tracking. You can set up different waypoints, so basically different points where the camera will automatically go, like the Akara camera does that. You got night vision, which you can turn on and off. You got the live view, of course. 1080p recording, so this one's not 2K, which whatever, 1080p is fine for an indoor camera. Motion detection, two-way audio. So it's motion detection, not necessarily person detection. Cloud storage, local storage, that's awesome that they don't make you pay a fee if you don't want to. Voice control, you can use this with Alexa. A lot of SwitchBot stuff you can use with Siri shortcuts, and Apple Home is coming, but not yet. But Siri shortcuts is still fine for a lot of these things. So like the lock, I could tell Siri to lock the door, that's fine. And then you're within the SwitchBot ecosystem. Now that's the pan tilt camera. When you are on the good old indoor camera, which I can't tell you if any of these specs are true because I couldn't get the camera set up, but we've got, let's see, 1080p at 20 frames per second, H2.64 recording. We got night vision, and that's staying up to 30 feet, 130-degree field of view, which is a nice wide angle. Microphone and a speaker, supports up to 128 gig micro SD card, which is fantastic if you can get it to work. That'll hold quite a bit of storage. And let's see, that's pretty much it there. So these are some of my thoughts on some SwitchBot products which were sent to me. Again, thanks SwitchBot, I very much appreciate it. I wish I had more positives, but I think you're on the right track. Again, I wanted to put this in the same categories like Moros and Akara, where they've got some very affordable products, or even Wifi, that work great and have different smart home capabilities and platforms that they're compatible with. And I think it's very exciting they've got Apple Home coming, but come on, we gotta get up to par with those others as far as functionality and actually getting the things to work. So, like I said, I appreciate their passion. I love that they're sending this out to people. They obviously are very excited about what they have coming, and maybe that'll include some firmware updates that'll fix some of these issues. Now, again, they sent me a ton of products. I just stuck with the home security stuff because I'm a home security guy. But you can see here, they sent me the curtain bots and some temperature sensors and all sorts of things. So check out SwitchBot because they have a lot of different options. And maybe I should have tested some of the other stuff just in fairness to make sure something really tripped my trigger. But so far, the lock was cool, but I didn't keep it. The cameras just weren't up to my standards, sorry. So what do you think? Do you have SwitchBot? Did you have a different experience than I did? Let me know in the comments. I hope you did. I tried this for about a week, 2 weeks, and just was not up to my standards, like I said. But please let me know. Defend SwitchBot if you love them. I'd love to hear about it because obviously I think there's a lot of people out there that enjoy the heck out of SwitchBot. So hopefully you like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Keep coming back for more videos every Tuesday. Follow us on Instagram. Until the next video, peace and love.